Well, I'm just going to start with, I mean, this is just a beautiful love story. You must be so thrilled that it's been kind of left in your hands to bring it to the public on the big screen.
I was glad I got to do it for sure, and to work with these brilliant actors, and to work with a brilliant story that Peter Turner originally told in his book, and then the Matt Greenhalgh adapted to screenplay. So it's been wonderful, actually. You know, it was a very emotional film to make. I mean, and hopefully that translates onto the screen, you know.
I mean, there's always pressure with any film, particularly when you're depicting real life people. But when you've got the actual man you're depicting just over there, I mean, that must add a little just added an injection of pressure, I suppose, into the project.
Yeah,
but good pressure.
No, it is a good pressure. I mean, we early on before we started shooting, we Annette and myself and Barber went up to meet Peter in Liverpool, and then he took us to his house, the house that the film's based on, his old house, and he wouldn't walk across the threshold of the house, and that's when I realised that he knew the job he had done, and he knew when he had to hand it over to the filmmakers, you know, because it's a very emotional story for him. It's still very raw for Peter, you know, and we fell in love with Peter. We fell in love with Peter, and hopefully the audience will fall in love with him because he's a very true and honest man, you know.
We just met him just now and we've fallen in love with him.
Cool, right? Yeah, no, he's really cool.
And Barbara was saying that she's had this kind of story with her for about 22 years that she's wanted to make, and she said she even spoke to approached actors about doing it sort of 20 years ago.
Yes.
When did you sort of get involved? When was your...
Well, I'm far too young for it to be 20 years ago. I'm only kidding. But and Jamie Bell certainly was only 7 years old, so you can rule him out. But yeah,
probably acting at that age.
Yeah, I got involved about 2 years before we made it, and so it's funny because it does take a long time to make a film, I'm sure, as you know. But sometimes if you put your ducks in order and they all kind of just come in, then the magic happens, you know. And then it just happened. It was just the right time to make the film. Barbara had some time off, you know. Annette was the right age. You know, Jamie Bell had gone out of his short trousers, you know, and I got the gig, and it was beautiful. It was lovely how all that comes together, you know, because sometimes, as you know, it takes either the film comes together too quickly, or it never comes together. So it's nice to do it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You